Welcome to another episode of Satisfying Static. Uh, some housekeeping on my end. I just completed my first puzzle review slash time lapse slash competition practice event. It was traumatic.
Why was it traumatic? I was about to say I'm very proud of you, but why was it traumatic?
My flat file is very low, and I knew that was going to be tough for standing and working on it, but I wanted to simulate real competition, and real competition is standing at tables, so I was like, oh, this will be fine. My back was like, homie, this is upsetting. The first
Okay.
the first puzzle I did, as we talked about, was Lazy Sunday, which was a bunch of ice cream scoops, which was great. It looks
Very
great.
cute.
It was very difficult to build, and the pieces were like matte, so they didn't slide super well. So that was uber depressing. So yeah, it was tough, and my phone just about died from recording for 3.5 hours.
Wow. Well, you're training. You're just getting started. Like, okay, how does that start? Do you just set the timer and then dump all the pieces, or do you get to like dump and arrange them ahead of time?
No, so how it works is you don't even get to know like what the picture is. You get there, you get a bag, it's got the puzzle in it, it's in a box, and then when they say go, you get to rip the box out and then open the box, and then sometimes the box has tape on it, sometimes it doesn't, so that all counts towards your time to like rip it open, like dump the pieces and then sort and then go through.
Oh, damn.
Um and do it all. Yeah. Yep. Sorting wasn't terrible. I sorted well, I think.
Okay.
There was like a lot of cherries on top of all the ice cream, and those were very difficult to discern. Basically, you need to be under an hour to be super competitive. So I came in at I think 3 hours and 30 minutes, which
Okay.
isn't terrible for my first time,
Yeah.
but it's not great. I was hoping to be more at like 2 hours to be able to like cut that down by half, not by 75%. So that's That's a little rough. And I have to figuring out how to film was a mission. I to even figure out how to I recorded the intro 9 times. I hated it every time I'd record it, so I had to like stop and re-record it. And yeah, my phone almost died, and I missed my phone. My car was at a mechanic, and I missed both the phone calls from them. Even though I had my ringtone turned on, so I wouldn't miss notifications,
Hmm.
it didn't ring through.
It doesn't usually when you're recording.
I did not know that.
Hmm.
Um, So Olivia had to leave her plans and go get my car, which made me feel not great.
Fair.
And I I'm very, I don't know.
You seem disappointed, but I don't think you should be. It was your first try, and you will get to 2 hours. It's like still impressive that you did a puzzle like that in 3.5 hours. You're not going to be good at everything you do the first time you try it, unfortunately. I know that's a hard one. I know, but you just got to stick with it.
That's a hard pill for me to swallow, and I'm actively choking on it right now.
I know.
So
I know. I'm well aware. And it's not going to make your brain want to like stick with it if you weren't like good at it the first try, but you've committed.
I am committed. I have to put together this I have to finish the review and edit it and put it together and get it up, and get my affiliate links situated. And I've had a couple more companies reach out and want to work with me. So I have a lot of puzzles on the way that I didn't know were going to be on the on the way. So I'm gonna have to
Amazing.
do. Yeah, I have a lot more of this to do.
Do you see how well reachouts work when you put your mind to
When
it?
you actually do them, yeah. And
Yeah.
this is I only
Mhm.
did 21 companies, I think, and I made a list of about, I don't know, 180 puzzle companies that exist that I could
Okay.
reach out to. And I
Hmm.
only reached out to about 20 of them, and I got 3 hits off of 20, and all 3 are affiliates, and all 3 are potentially profitable.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's why Kristine's a little low energy. She's a little disappointed about her time, a little sad that I don't have a tall stool. I was using the stairs that I had built to like alternate sitting and standing and sitting and standing, so like my back was a little like more saved,
Okay.
and it just wasn't super comfortable. And I was like, oh, well, maybe if I get a taller stool and sit on a taller stool with like a wheel component, that might help. Because I tried using Olivia's got like this table that sits in our dining room and it's got two tall stools. And I sat on one of those stools and I was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is terrible. Because it was just like, I don't know, it was too far forward. I don't know. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I should bring the table higher, but you really there's no way to increase the height of my flat file.
Right, and you already attached the plywood to the top of it.
Right. And it's already it's close to standard table size. It's just short by like, I don't know, 6 inches or something. But
If anything, I would suggest pulling the plywood off and putting little like a block at all four corners to give yourself some extra height there, and then you'd have a little extra storage space under that. But I think you've already attached it.
I did already attach it. I don't know if there's a way to remove it without wrecking it.
Yeah, I did consider
Could
that.
I add another piece of wood on top of this piece of wood?
Probably,
Potentially.
potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
You could do something like that, almost like a plywood sandwich. You put little blocks
Yeah.
so that you have a little height, but
That sounds like more effort than it's worth.
that's more effort than finding a high stool with wheels. I feel like that would hurt your back more sitting up higher above the table than you're standing.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah.
I mean, like, yes, you're sitting, but you're like hunched over like a little hermit.
I mean, I was hunched over like a little hermit building the thing. You should have I mean, you will see it when I post the time lapse, but it was intense.
Well, for anybody listening who will be watching the time lapse, please let Kristine know that she did a great job. And if you have any tips for how to make her back hurt less, we're here for it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I can plug it here. It was a Puzzle by Pieceworks puzzles. I'll include my affiliate link. If you purchase a puzzle through my link, I believe I get a percentage, whether that's
Sounds right.
8% or 10%. I don't know. It's a small percentage, but buy a puzzle through my link. That would be great. I completed Lazy Sunday, and it was fun to build, and that when it came together, it was really satisfying. It had a really satisfying snap, but like it was hard for competition's sake.
Well, now you know. What's the next one?
The next company that's sending me some puzzles is Pomegranate Puzzles. They're actually really well known. They use like fine art pieces. So
Ooh,
there's a couple of fine art pieces I got to select. I don't have an official affiliation with Pomegranate. They just sent me a couple of puzzles to see. They're like, we'll see what your engagement looks like and kind of go from there on if we'll pay you to do more.
that's fair.
Yep. And then White Mountain Puzzles is sending me a 500 piece and 2,000 pieces. And that one I get, I think, either 8% or 10% as well.
Did you say 2,000 pieces?
No, no, no. Like 1,000 piece puzzles.
Oh my god. I was like, how small are the pieces?
Oh, yeah, no. 2,000 piece puzzle sounds miserable.
What? Was that like the size of your fingernail? Like how? Oh my god.
It would be terrible. It would be terrible. I've since told them that I would do a review of either 1,000 piece or a 500 piece, but like I'd prefer to review a 1,000 piece puzzle and then just practice with a 500 piece puzzle. We've spent a lot of time on Kristine's puzzle journey. We can pivot. We can pivot elsewhere.
We do. It's the staple of our weeks lately.
That's the staple of our week. We can talk about we've been actively lady hunting for you.
No, we have not. Shut up, Kristine. First of all, I sent my friend what you sent me screenshots of, and she agreed that you are not allowed to be a wing woman for me anymore. And also, I messaged said person and apologized for how creepy you made me sound. I was like, I swear I'm not that creepy.
I did not. It wasn't creepy.
It was so creepy. It was so creepy. No. You were like, "Oh, hey, weird. I was talking with my friend about my upcoming wedding, and she casually mentioned +1." You were like, "Hey, you know this person? They're into you."
That's not
Kristine. Like no subtlety, not smooth at all.
I felt like I phrased it in such a way that wasn't quite that direct. It wasn't indirect, but it wasn't that direct.
It was. Okay.
Okay.
It
Well,
most definitely was. But she's super sweet and wonderful and was like, nothing to be sorry about. Kristine's a good friend.
see, thank you. I appreciate it
So
because I
there's that.
am, in fact, a good friend. So,
Yeah, so there's that. So we're not actively lady hunting for me.
well, let me clarify. I'm hunting for a woman for you to lady
Yes.
hunt.
Yeah. And
There we
you
go.
very much want me to move to the East Coast. So everyone you're sending me is nowhere near me.
Yes. Well, yes.
Yeah.
But only the one person was like semi close to me. Everyone else is farther away.
The person you sent me this morning is in Pennsylvania.
Oh, not that. No. Yes. That one is further away. The one that I messaged is
Yeah,
closer to
yeah,
me.
that one
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
very
that one.
pretty close. Yeah. But either way, most of the ones you send me are like somewhere along the East Coast.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, Florida.
Yeah.
I
Either
there might have
way,
been one in Philly.
literal opposite end of the country. So
Yeah. I just want you to have motivation to join the East Coast. That's all.
I know you do. I know you do. So we'll see how that goes. But currently, not great. Currently, not great.
Well, now that we're halfway through the episode,
Oh
I
yeah,
suppose.
I was just gonna mention the girl who not threatened, but was insinuating bench pressing me. Never got back to me, which is rude.
I am heartbroken at that
Me
development.
too. Me too. The way that she looked at the camera, first of all, and then you're not gonna reply to me.
I know. I'm rude. 100% rude. I'm shocked.
I'm bummed. It was a good video.
It
It was a
was a
good
good
video.
video. It was a good video.
Apparently, I'm lightweight, but prove it.
Okay. And with that,
Moving on.
we'll go into our first word chart.
Damn. Does that just make you think of work? Because that's literally all it just made me think of, like medical stuff.
Yep. Yep. My first thought was, oh, yep, charting, work.
Yeah, that was literally my first thought too, like a medical chart, and then like just like charts in general. But overall, I don't know that I have any commentary on the word chart.
I really like charts, not work charts, but like
Just like
like
graphs and things.
yeah, pictorial charts. I really enjoy
Mm-hmm.
those. Data is beautiful.
Data can be beautiful,
It can
for
be.
sure.
It can be.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
like graph paper. All the straight lines make me really happy.
Okay.
I really like graphing calculators when you plug in numbers and it graphs the thing for you, and then you have to copy it down to your paper. That's nice.
So you like the order and organization that data and charts bring.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. 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 It makes the
Yeah.
chaos in my mind feel better. Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it. It makes sense. It makes total sense. I actually was have been very overwhelmed the last like couple weeks. I haven't really been able to take a day off in a while. And Utah, for lack of a better term, made me a made me a spreadsheet with all of the tasks that I was panicking about, with due dates and color coded by urgency. And I cannot tell you what that did for my brain as soon as I saw it. Like, literally the most soothing, relieving feeling ever. And I had written all of this stuff out. She just formatted it. But doing that, formatting it, was like life saving.
I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't know more about Utah, I would say that that's very sweet and
It
an,
was very
an
sweet.
absolute winner of a gesture. But I know better. So
I don't really want to hear your commentary about it, but what I do know is that it was a huge help to me this last week, and just the fact that like things are color coordinated and organized and like formatted in an easy way to see is just like so much better on my brain. Except that I'm not very good or capable of making that happen for myself.
yeah, same.
So, like, it's such a fucking catch-22 torture chamber of me just being like, I really just need to be organized, and then looking at all of the things in front of me and being like, how the fuck do you put these things in some sort of order that makes sense?
Yeah. I do that too. Or then
So,
I'll have like a something that I did and then I'll go back and go, that doesn't make sense. Why would you organize it that way? And then reorganize it in a different way. And now I've just become obsessed with organizing it in 60 different ways instead of doing the thing that's on the list to do.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's why this was like so meaningful and like so sweet to me, because like she did all of that. And then when I went in to try and like add new tasks or reorganize or whatever, I immediately froze because I was like, I don't fucking know how to make this not complicated. So she just edits it for me.
Well, that's very nice of that human being.
So yeah, that's been super helpful. Charts and graphs for life would be amazing if I could figure out how to make that work.
What is that song where the like that commercial where the pig is like boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and
I
pants?
don't know.
It just reminds me of charts and graphs and charts and graphs and charts and graphs and charts and graphs and charts and graphs.
I don't think I've seen that commercial, but that's pretty
Oh, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's like a pig saying like boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. It's like
I haven't seen that
the whole.
one.
Oh boy, here we go. Real time googling.
Damn. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to listen to it in the background because I don't know that one. I'm probably making a lot of other listeners mad for not knowing.
Pig saying boots and pants. Maxwell. Oh, it's Maxwell the Pig. This is probably just gonna play through my headphones.
I don't. I don't know that one.
Why is it 30 minutes long? Can you hear it?
What? Yeah.
Boots and pants and 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 boots. Oh my god, somebody made an edit. It's just this for 30 minutes.
Oh my god. Okay, well, after a few of those, I was just hearing boobs and pants. So.
I think the whole point is it's supposed to go all the way away in your mind, so where it just sounds like
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
like that's what it's supposed to sound like, but it's boots and pants
Right.
and boots and pants, charts and graphs and charts and graphs and charts and
Yeah, I
graphs.
don't know what that's from, but now it'll be stuck in my head forever. I'm
It's Maxwell the Pig. I think it's like a Geico or some version of a insurance thing.
Oh, okay. I don't watch enough commercials, apparently.
Apparently not. Well, that's fine.
Next word?
How about parade?
I guess that's a more fun one. I went to my first Pride parade out this year. That was fun. Interesting, I guess.
You didn't go to Chicago's Pride Parade while you were out?
No.
Oh, I did not know that.
No, there was no Pride parade when I was out in Chicago.
Oh, that's right. I always forget that you came out pandemic.
Yeah, it's been pretty recent. So, yeah. So when I came out, there was no prides because of COVID. So this was the first opportunity. And so I went to my first pride and with my friends, and that was really fun, mostly because of the people. I kind of forgot that parades are very just like corporate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like a bunch of businesses handing out stickers and shit. But like, I got a Vans hat, so we love that.
Yeah.
I got some Disney stickers. We love that. There was a Walmart truck. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is just a Walmart truck with like happy pride balloons taped on the side of it. What is this?
Yeah, that's pretty much what pride boils down into being, is like a corporate parade of free things that they slapped rainbows on to throw at people.
Yeah. That part was illuminating. I did enjoy the local businesses that showed up, the local queer businesses that showed up. Obviously, that was a bigger draw. Like Hamburger Mary's had like a whole, tour bus situation with drag queens like spilling out the top of it. That part was nice. It was very cute to see like how excited people got and like how they were ready way in advance. Like I went to grab a coffee before the parade started and kind of just like walked the parade route, and there was an hour before it started, there was already like people set up and like, parents with their kids like buying flags from vendors and stuff. I was like, you guys are ready. Like, Let's go. And Pride here is very different than it was in Chicago. Not that I've ever really gone to Pride in Chicago, but typically it's just Boys Town, which is like, 3 or 4 blocks of bars, and like that's kind of Pride. But here there was like a whole festival. It was huge, and like concerts and stuff.
So, Chicago Pride is also that. It is just in Boys Town, but they basically shut down those 3 blocks and they have concerts, they have drag shows. They honestly,
Right.
the parade is like meh. You come the night before and you get shitty the night before. I have never been hit on by more gay men in my life than
I'm
there.
sure. I'm sure.
Yep. I went with my ex roommate slash ex best friend, and her off again girlfriend was there separately from us and was trying to cause all this drama, and it was like a huge fight, and I almost beat somebody up, and it was a whole thing. Um,
Oh, sounds so fun for you.
it was a blast. It was a blast. It was a great time. I was like fresh 21. I like just turned 21, I think, when I went, and
Yeah.
it was a great time. It was a great time. We did not go to Boston Pride this year. We were doing something else at that time. I'm now not remembering what we were doing, but it was not that. Yeah, Liv doesn't remember either. She's like shaking her head across the room from me. She's like, I have no idea. Um, Tell you what, the best parade I have witnessed, Disney parade, hands down. We're going. They put on stellar parades. I was originally going to go to LA in February or in late January, early February before I started my new job. And then COVID was like, hey, welcome back.
And I was bummed because I've never been to Disneyland. I've been wanting to go, and every single time that it starts getting planned and someone's like, "Wait, no, we're going to go. We're definitely going to go. It's for sure going to happen." Something happens and it doesn't happen. I'm just convinced I'm not meant to ever go to Disneyland.
No, we're actually going to go. It's really going to happen. Lauren is coming to Massachusetts in August. So I can't travel in August. Yeah, we're going to a Rise Against concert. They're staying for a
Oh,
week.
fun. I saw they were touring. I was going to ask if you saw that.
They are. They're coming to New Hampshire. So they're coming to Boston, right down the street from where I live, but I have work that night, and trading out of a night shift is really hard to do at my job. So I was looking at other dates and I was like, oh shit, they're in New Hampshire, like 45 minutes away from where I am on a beach. And I'm like, oh, cool.
Ooh.
We should go to that. So I pitched it to Lauren, and Lauren was like, well, actually, I was planning on surprising you anyway. So the logistics of that were stressing me out. So I'm glad that you asked, and let's just plan my arrival.
That's funny. I love
Yes.
that.
So I'm flying back to the Midwest. And then we're meeting up and flying back together.
Oh, okay. Cute.
Yeah. Yeah. We probably won't be seated next to each other, but we'll be flying.
Yeah.
We have the same flights.
Okay.
Their girlfriend may or may not be coming, unclear. But anyway, because of that, I can't travel in August. But I may have some time off in September to make something work. And
Well, I might not. So I might be
I was going to
traveling every
say,
month until October. So
that's fair. That's fair. We'll figure it out. October is,
well, Halloween stuff. So that could be fun.
yeah, we have an important wedding that we have to go to in October. I can't remember what dates, but there's also a a very large puzzle competition in San Diego in
Oh,
October.
perfect.
So I don't know what the distance is from San Diego to you,
It's
but
not bad. It's like an hour and a half drive.
oh, great, perfect. I'll just make a week out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very, people go down to San Diego for the day all the time.
Great, great. Yeah. So depending on when this important wedding is, I might just plan some time off around it,
Uh
and
huh.
then make that work.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
yeah,
fun. I hear San
yeah.
Diego's cool. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, so I would be totally down to just like meeting you there.
So I went one time when I was a very small child, and I got the stomach flu and was in the hotel
Oh,
the entire time.
no.
And it also rained the entire
Really?
time that we were there. Yeah, exactly. That's everyone's response. Everyone's like, San Diego rained. I was like, yeah, dude. It was like, oh, look, Kristine and her family are coming. Let's rain the whole time.
How long were you there? That's insane.
We were there, I think, 4 days. I mean, literally, it
Wow.
was the shittiest weather I've ever experienced for 4 days, and I was vomiting everything, and I couldn't eat anything. And when I finally got to feel better, we ordered this shitty pizza place called Broadway Pizza. Broadway Pizza, if you still exist in San Diego, you're shitty. And it was the worst pizza I've ever had in my life. It instantly made me re-sick. And like the only thing I remember is I got to go to the San Diego Zoo for like 10 minutes and I saw
I really want to
two
go.
adult turtles doing it.
Oh my God, what a memory. That's a core memory of San Diego for you? Wow.
That's that's literally all I've gotten to experience with San Diego, and I'm sad about it.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That is pretty sad. And I still can't believe it rained the whole time you were there. Like,
The
what?
whole time. Literally, I felt so bad for my family because I couldn't even go out and do anything because the hotel was genuinely the only decent place to be at because it was just constant rain.
Wow. That's insane. Okay, well, so hopefully this trip will be much better for you.
Yeah, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I gotta see what timing looks like and see if I can't make that work. I would also have to register for that competition. I gotta go compete, you know? I gotta go
Yeah. Do you think you can get
compete.
your time down enough by October?
Well, so under an hour gets you in like the top 10. Under, 4 hours gets me in like the top 50.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I mean,
So
like
you're still in.
I would still place. I just wouldn't like win anything.
Okay, so it would be a good first trial test competition.
Yeah, it would also be cool just like go see how competing works and
Yeah,
just it's like a puzzle expo. So there's a lot of other stuff there too. So I would be able to like buy things that I don't need to buy and enjoy that, you know?
right, right. Maybe you can get one of your puzzle companies to help sponsor you a little bit, pay for your ticket or something,
Oh
or
boy.
whatever. Register you under them.
If I could make my time better, I'm sure one of them would. If I had an actual snowball's chance in hell of winning.
Who knows? They might like the promotion they're getting from your TikTok, and that might be enough.
Fingers crossed that video does well because if I edit this video and it doesn't do well, I'm going to be so mad, just to be very clear.
And you're just gonna have to repost it a million times until it does.
Yeah, that's been a thing I've had to do lately.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people doing that lately.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like refusing to take shadow ban for an answer. They're like, "No. I'll keep posting it. Dang it. I'll post it
I
7
know.
times. What are you going to do?
I
Tear it
know.
down?"
I know. Honestly, I have seen things like that. But hey, people take their TikTok career seriously, and they're trying to get views. And that the one girl I sent you earlier this week, who does like daily conversations, just did something that was so smart, and it like tickled my marketing brain, which immediately turned me off from her. So
Rough.
but um, but she did something so smart. She did her daily like, hey baby girl conversation to her audience, and part of it was encouraging you to like get out and move, like whether that's take a walk, exercise, or whatever. And then she said, duet me with you getting up and moving today, and I'll leave you a personalized like encouraging comment.
Mm,
Do you know how many duets she probably got? You know how much
mm,
traction that video probably got just from that?
mm,
Damn, that was smart. That was a
mm.
good move. And now I don't like her anymore, but
Yeah, yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't like the competition. It's not allowed.
not that it's competition. It's just that like now I feel like your messages aren't as genuine. It feels like you're doing this for views. And so I'm not into
Mm.
it as much anymore, if that makes sense. So now, like before, I was like, oh my God, she's just like a sweet, genuine, like encouraging person. And now when her lives show up, I'm like, oh, this is a tactic to get more views.
Yeah, when the sincerity veil falls, it's tough to get that back.
It's hard, and that's hard when you're trying to build an account and like market yourself. It's hard to like be authentic and marketing at the same time.
Right, I
So like
can't
I
do
get
it. I'm
it.
terrible at it. I am
Oh,
terrible at peddling any of my things because it's
right.
not it feels gross and it feels disingenuous and it feels ugly.
Right. And it looks that way a lot of times. A lot of people don't know how to do it. So, it's hard, and it's not her fault at all. I think she's doing a really great job, but like for me, that was like very off-putting.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog, huh?
Yeah. So, it is really hard. Brands struggle with this too. Like, and creators especially struggle with this when you're trying to, especially if your goal is to like be a creator or be somebody who makes
Mm.
money off of being an influencer. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to seem authentic because your goal is money and followers and marketing. And so that's what it's always going to look like. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
whereas I'm like wasn't in it for that, but now I'm like if I could make that happen, that would be great. But then I also
Right.
can't.
But you're also still dedicated to your audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yes, it would be nice if you could make more money or make more of a living off of just your TikTok. I'm sure you would love doing that. But at the end of the day, you still love the people you talk to. You love connecting with your
Mhm.
audience. You want to make sure that the shit you're putting out there is relevant for them, and you wouldn't put yourself in a position where like people who saw your videos would be like, what the fuck is this, why is she talking about this, because it wouldn't feel right to you. Whereas like some of these other people where that is the goal, that's when you get some, when you start getting content where you're like, is this an ad, what is this, why are you talking about this fucking water bottle, you know what I mean, you're like, what is
Yeah.
going on. It's that
That's
kind of stuff.
the intro for this puzzle video. I was like, and if you're confused as to why I'm talking about puzzles, it's because you missed the part where I talked about starting a competitive puzzle journey. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why this is
Right.
confusing for you.
Right, right. But you're filling them in, you know what I mean? And this isn't like, oh, a puzzle company reached out to you out of nowhere and offered you money. So you're like, okay, I guess I talk about puzzles now. No, you were like, okay, I have this interest and I'm telling my audience about it and I'm taking them on this journey with me. It makes sense for me to put affiliate links to puzzles because that's what I'm doing right now. So like that's, to me, that's the difference between like being an authentic, like showing that authenticity and being true to yourself versus like just trying to be a brand. And like, look, maybe that is your authentic self, but like it's gonna be hard for a lot of like regular ass people to relate to that.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Well, here we are at 35 minutes. We only made it through a couple of words, but we got a lot of really good insight
You
into
you gotta stop
ourselves today.
telling the time if you're gonna cut stuff out of this.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, you're not
So
wrong.
will
You're
this
not wrong.
episode be 35 minutes? We'll find out.
Probably it'll be close. It'll be close. I think I'm doing a ton of small cuts, but at the end of the day, it ends up being like a total of maybe 3 minutes or something. Like there's not a ton of huge sections that get lost. I just edited out a lot of the dead space and some like hard ums that we do that just take up space. I edit some of those out and yeah.
Oh, well, I was gonna say this episode might be like who even knows with how many times it kicked me out. So
Right. And there were some recording issues on Maggie's end, and then on the last episode we decided that there was just some parts that didn't contribute to anything positively, so we just removed them. And yeah, so that's it. Okay, so this is a mysteriously long episode, but on that end, we will chart our end to the parade.
no, I didn't like that one, but okay.
Oh my god. All
Bye.
right. Well, bye.